Hey, what's going on? It's your boy BT, and I came here to talk some boxing with the thousands of True School Sports subscribers. What's going on, guys? Now, great fight we had over in Japan between two really talented fighters in Anselmo Moreno, Shinsuke Yamanaka. It was truly a super fight at 118. Now, I can't really say this because I don't know the division that well, but doing the research I have done, and knowing the magnitude of this fight, it almost seemed like it was kind of like the Mayweather Pacquiao, that weight class, in the sense that here we had the number one guy fighting the number two guy, and these guys had proven to be number one or number two for a number of years, dating all the way back to 2012, and it was just a great fight. It had everything. It had good boxing. It had some good toe-to-toe action. Just had everything, man. And I'll say this about Yamanaka. I never really watched one of his full fights in its entirety. I've seen clips. I've read a lot about him, but I never really sat down and watched one of his fights. And this is my first time watching a fight of his. And the guy, looking at him now and watching this fight, it's almost crazy to me how this guy is only number 9 on the pound list. It's almost like I feel he should be top 5. Due to the fact that he's beaten the likes of a Victor Archinian and now Moreno 2 times. And he's the longest reigning champion in boxing, not the most title defensive, but the longest reigning champion in boxing. So he seems to have a top 5 spot. He's earned that. And just an accurate puncher, very accurate guy, accurate jab, accurate straight left. And the fight was great. So we'll start with the first couple rounds. For the whole fight, I'll break down the whole fight. And round 1, Yamanaka comes out boxing Moreno, trying to find his range, and he eventually finds it. Off of a counter, hits Moreno flush right on the chin with the straight left counter. You almost couldn't see it. You saw Moreno fall to the ground. You heard a really loud thud before he went to the canvas. But it was a really great counter by him. It was the kind of counter punch that when you look at when you see it, you see why he's pound for pound on the pound list. So Yamanaka did a great job there in the first round. He definitely won that round. Second round, I believe Moreno began to settle in a little bit more after the knockdown. He got back to using his jab and using that length, because he's a very lanky, rangy guy, like Yamanaka. But I would even say that I don't look at the reach and compare it, but he looked like a rangier guy to me. And he wins that round. He seems to establish himself a little bit better in the second round. Now in the third round, he sticks to doing what he's doing. Yamanaka gets lowered in, and they start to get into a bit of an exchange, and then he clips Yamanaka with I believe it was like a left hook or something like that. It was like a left hook, and he scores a knockdown. So if you're Moreno, in the first fight was kind of it was a disputed decision. Yamanaka got the win over him. But if you're Moreno, you felt like you won that fight. So after the knockdown, you gotta feel like heading into the fourth, fifth round, that you're gonna be in a good position to really put it on this guy. And it's this part of the fight where Yamanaka has to really dig deep and show how truly great he is. So in this particular instance, in the going to the fifth round, I would say, fourth or fifth round. Fourth round. It was the fourth round. So Moreno scores a knockdown in the third. In the fourth round, Yamanaka begins to settle back in after the knockdown, and he starts boxing. He wins a round or so. But the turning point in this fight came in the sixth round. Yamanaka has kind of calmed down from the knockdown. He's began to find his rhythm again, and in the sixth round, I mean, it's crazy. You watch the straight left hand. It came in like a missile, and it hit him straight. It hits Moreno straight flush, and you see the sweat. You hear the sound. You see the sweat fly off this guy's face, and he goes to the canvas. And eventually that would set up a 7th round TKO victory, to where Moreno's legs just gave out, and Yamanaka defends the title for the 11th time. Now, let me say this about Moreno. He showed a lot of heart in that fight. In the 7th round, after getting hit with some really hard, crisp shots, he still got up, and he still continued fighting his heart out like a warrior, like the champion he is. So shout out to Anselmo Moreno. Great win for Yamanaka. But yeah, man, Yamanaka's older now, and I think he might be in a position where he could probably retire, because he should retire, because He's proven himself in boxing, made a lot of title defenses, beaten the guy outside of him in his division twice. So, why not retire unless you get a Rigondeaux fight, which doesn't seem likely. You had the Roman Gonzalez fight on the table, potentially, because Roman has said he may move up to 118. And if Roman does that, look, if Roman does move up to 118 and fights Yamanaka and defeats him, there's no way I can't put Roman in the top 15 all time. It's just crazy because Yamanaka is just so rangy and accurate with his punching. I would actually favor Yamanaka in that fight. I would not favor Roman in that fight. So, that being said, man, Yamanaka scores an impressive victory. I think a lot of you American fight fans who don't pay attention to these small weight classes should really make the time to go watch them, because these are the fights HBO and Showtime should be making, putting their money behind, because these guys are really going in there and they're fighting the best fighters. They're giving you exciting fights, and small weight classes are doing the damn thing right now. So I would urge any and all boxing fans to check out the rematch for Shinsuke Yamanaka and Anselmo Moreno at 118. Yamanaka scores a 7th round TKO victory for his 11th title defense, and continues cementing himself as a Hall of Fame fighter. So let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Take the time to subscribe, and you can love me or you can hate me, but I'm just a kid from Daniel. So until next time, take care, guys.